Poštovani gledalci, pravo iz Norveške, sa nama je Elsie Bay, ovogodišnja učesnica norveškog MGP-a koja je prošle godine uspjela da dođe do top 4 u tom takmičenju. Vidjet ćemo hoće li sada uspjeti da pobedi. Hello Elsie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am also fine, thanks. So you're back at MGP. Your song, Love You in a Dream, really emotional. Some say it's like sensible sequel of Death of Us. Can you tell us something more about that?
Well, thank you. The song is about reaching out to the people that you love before it's too late, and it's written from the perspective of a person who doesn't have the courage to do that, and that's me. Sometimes I don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess sometimes that happens to everybody. And can you tell us something more about the process of songwriting? You were at the songwriting camp, right, at MGP, and all of that
Yes.
happened again.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be in the same group with Andrea Stone, who I wrote Death of Us with. And we kind of knew what we wanted to write right away, so we just went to it. And Tom, who had never written with any one of us before, he was just kind of brought along to the ideas we had, and turned out really great. We wrote it back in August, and yeah, it was written in one day.
And now you had to qualify through the semifinals because there were no more direct finalists. Was it stressful to have an additional competitive evening?
Yes, of course, it was a little more stressful with this semifinal than the other semifinal, but at the same time, I prefer this year's set of rules because I think it's more fair to everybody. And also, when you actually win a semifinal, there's a lot more excitement to the win. So I got to celebrate with my friends and family that I actually made it to the finals, and that was much, much more fun than last year when I already knew that I was going to go through, and there was no audience, and because of COVID, and yeah, so this experience was much better.
And the production really kept your nerves until the very end because you were last announced finalist. So your reaction was really spontaneous there on the stage. Did you believe till the very end that you will go through at the end?
No, not at all. I was hoping and crossing my fingers, but when I saw the two last contestants that I was up against, I thought that I was out. Yeah, so I was very surprised and extremely happy that I made it through.
And can you tell us something more about your last year experience? You were among the fan favorites, and at the end you managed to make it to the top 4. Even though some people were really pissed off because you didn't win and didn't have an opportunity to represent Norway. I also voted for you from Serbia. It's
Thank
like
you.
international fans do that voting. Can you tell us something about that process and about the last MGP, and probably you gained international audience, right?
Yes, I did. Well, first of all, that was the first time I did MGP as an artist last year, and I was very nervous, and I didn't know what it was in a way. Like, you hear rumors and you know that international fans are watching, but it wasn't until I actually did it that I realized how many and how big it actually is, and how nice everyone was to me. I'm so grateful for that, and I had a really, really great experience last year, and I didn't expect to win. So to come top 4 was yeah, I'm so grateful for that. It was a really, really amazing experience, and I thought, after having done that, I thought I absolutely want to do this again sometime. And I didn't know then that it was going to be so soon, but still I knew that I wanted to come back because of you and because of the concept and how much fun I had.
Well, thanks for coming back again. And can you tell us something more about that mid-period between two MGPs, about summer and everything? Last year, when people saw Elsie Bay, you were not that familiar name, and now you were among the headliners of the show. What did you do during that period?
First, I took a little break from social media, and I went traveling and writing songs for other artists. That's what I did during spring. And then during summer, we had to say goodbye to our studio in Oslo because they were going to tear it down and build a kindergarten. And we had to say goodbye to our apartment in Oslo because the owner was going to renovate and live there himself. So we went on a very long holiday. Went on Interrail through Europe. Had a lot of fun. I went to Spain for 2 weeks with my family, and then it was back to work. First thing I did was MGP camps. So I wrote Love You in a Dream. And then I moved to Germany, to Berlin during the fall. And I also traveled to a lot of countries to write songs for other artists again, like Czech Republic and Austria and South Korea.
And after all, you probably have some plans after this MGP and probably maybe Eurovision thing. So do you have some ideas, maybe some new songs that are standing in your suitcase for spring, summer, and so on?
Yeah, we have songs and we have plans, but we have to see how it goes in MGP, because if we are lucky enough to go to Eurovision, then all of those plans might have to be postponed until after May. But if I don't make it through, then we will definitely start to look at a release plan for more songs much sooner.
How do you perceive the fact that the jury is introduced this year? Some people say that it actually raises your chances, and there are many people that state that last year maybe you would have won if there was jury vote additionally to public vote.
Well, I mean, I hope it's a good thing for me, obviously. I hope it's not a bad thing for me. I do think that it's good for Norway in general, because the last 4 years that Norway have sent entries, we've been struggling a little bit with getting jury points. We even won the public vote with Kano, but we didn't have enough jury points to make it to top 5. So I'm hoping that in general, it might be a good idea for Norway to have a jury as well, so that we have a higher chance of doing well in Eurovision. But how it will play out for me, I'm not sure. I guess I just have to cross my fingers and hope that it's a good thing for me.
Well, how is MGP going in the last couple of years? I can really see Oslo coming to Eurovision in next couple of years, because you guys are doing really great jobs, and really big number of great artists. I had the opportunity to listen, to talk with, and everything. So Norway is literally one of my favorite Eurovision countries. So dear Elsie, thanks a lot, and I wish you for Eurovision not to only just say a dream. I wish to have you even in May in Liverpool.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Poštovani gledalci, to bi bilo to od Elsie Bay i eto, uživajte, finale Melodi Gran Prija će se održati 11. februara u Trondheimu. To bi bilo to i pozdrav.